Yeah, it's Bethany, it's Sean, and it's Sean, and it's Bethany, it's Bethany, it's Sean, and it's Sean, and it's Bethany. We go by a couple of nuts, and we're talking, yeah, we go by a couple of nuts, and we're talking, come on, let's go. It's a talking and a talking, bone, and gonna go. Keep on talking.
A couple of nuts.
What's up, nuts?
Oh, God. No, enough.
Hold on a second.
Enough.
This is Agent Doty from
so
the
loud.
future.
Move back. It's so loud. We don't want to, don't hurt them.
Remember Agent Doty from the future?
Is that another time?
You don't remember that?
I remember you saying it 100
Oh,
times.
my God. Bethany. And Sean. We are a couple of nuts talking. How could you not remember Agent Doty from the future, honey?
You know,
That was one of our most groundbreaking episodes ever.
I pick and choose what I want to keep in my brain, and that just wasn't something I thought
I honestly
would benefit me.
I don't remember exactly why.
Okay. So, see?
I remember we were talking about timeline jumping, I think. That's why. Because we're like, oh, shit, we're in a new timeline. We're leveling up. and then I think I was talking about an agent guy. Yeah, whatever. That's a funny one. Go back a couple episodes and listen to Agent Doty. Because he's a hoot. Agent Doty was a hoot.
Okay.
What's going on, babe? What's up, nuts?
Not much. I got some cramps.
Oh, yeah. It's that time of the month for my baby.
And now that we're up to date, you get to know exactly when it is.
Is that chocolate on your head or is that a scab?
What?
Right
Where?
there. Right there.
I didn't eat any chocolate. It might be
right there.
toast
Right in your hairline. I don't know.
Is
Oh,
it gone?
God. No, whatever. We'll get to it afterwards. Last night was so intense for me. Let me tell you all about Bethany and her time of the month.
Okay.
Last night,
You're welcome.
she could barely friggin' walk. I thought she was going to faint.
He kept saying, should we go to the hospital? I was
Yeah.
like, no.
Well, it was like you were frowning. You looked pale. Your pupils were like getting kind of big.
You didn't tell me all that.
Yeah, I didn't want to freak you out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how amazing I am. I try to calm you down. So I put on a healing 525 hertz,
528.
528 HZ fucking meditation sounds frequencies. I put that on. I get her tucked into bed. But leading up to that, oh my God, it's so stressful for me, nuts. I
Wow.
wish you. I
Just
don't.
so you know,
I don't
I'm
wish it
in-
upon anybody.
I hate to say excruciating pain because I feel like that's childbirth. But if you remember yesterday, I was like, I can't believe childbirth is potentially worse than what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
It was as if someone was trying to yank out my entire femgen and booty hole.
And your butthole.
Like the whole girdle, the whole diaper of that area felt like something was trying to yank it out.
I've had butthole cramps before, for sure, being
Yeah.
constipated and shit in a 24-ounce can. God, we're right into it with the shits and farts, aren't we?
course.
Right out the
But
gate,
it's different.
son.
It's not like we're not like one note about it. Fert.
Yeah.
We're multiplex on it. Multiplex. That's funny. Complex on it.
Man, I'll
But-
tell you what, guys. If I mentioned it last time I had strung out on pills. When you're strung out, you get very constipated and your
We
poop,
already talked. Stop.
it
It
just
would have been
compacts.
just last week.
It compacts, and the poopies that are made are literally the size of 24-ounce beer cans. I shit you not, or big bottles of Old English.
Do you know what's
You
interesting
know what I'm
about
talking
that?
about.
That's not constipation then. Like the fact that you're getting out a Coke can. Oh my God!
honey.
For people who are used to constipation, that would be like
You're
the hallelujah. That'd be
You're
like,
not understanding.
That would be like
You're not understanding. This is like a week and a half of not shitting, and finally your body's like, I can't do it anymore. It's either going to go up into my lungs or it's going to come out where it's supposed to
I
come
get
out.
it, but just so you know, when people are that heavily constipated, they never end up the finish line. I was going to say, but you cut me off, which I thought would have been funny.
I don't know anybody. that-
Shush, is if you got a Coke can out your ass when you were in a bout of constipation, it would be like Jeff Buckley himself coming down into the toilet and singing hallelujah in front of you while you're shitting out the Coke can.
Okay.
That's how rejoiceful you'd be.
You've obviously never shit a beer
I've
size,
never.
24-ounce beer can
Never.
size shit out your ass, and I have. And let me tell you, it rips you. it tears you, you bleed, it hurts, and I'm going to go there.
It's like jail.
You got to break it in half with your bare hands.
It was like jail, your favorite.
I guess I could have used a piece of toilet paper and not my bare hands. But there was times where I had to really get up in there.
We are not going back to this. You've already told this story. They can go back.
I've told the beer can shit story.
Here's the
thing.
There's
so many of them.
We only need to hear one. And I think we encompassed what a shit can turd is like.
I guess so.
Okay.
We're adults here, huh? This isn't really adult conversation, is it?
It's not, honey.
Good. Let me tell you all about this beer can mad dog shit. Old English bottle size
and your grape
shit.
hemorrhoids. Your grapes hemorrhoids.
Oh, man. Don't get me started on the roids.
Roids.
Shit.
All right. Excuse me.
What was that?
I burped.
Okay.
I ate that piece of pizza.
Ugh.
I mean,
good job, baby.
Thank you. I was going to talk about this other thing, but so we have a neighbor alert.
Well, you know, y'all know if you've been listening, we set up cameras. We got robbed a couple months ago now.
Right,
Jesus, what the hell? We got robbed, so we got a bunch of Ring cameras, and now the whole fucking complex is under surveillance, and we're the ones watching. We're Big Brother here.
We are, and we're surrounded our entire apartment building. It's so great. And now we're just the seeings and the comings and the goings and the nots doings, anything. We're seeing it all, and we got everyone's number.
Oh, you know what happened?
What?
The video of him getting scared by got erased.
Well, you got to record them.
It's gone.
Honey, you have to record them. I can't believe you didn't do that. We're supposed to be. We want to eventually come up with a compilation of all the shenanigans we find.
So when you get a Ring camera, which is a porch camera.
We're paying for it.
Well, that's the thing. You buy the camera. I didn't know you had to also buy a subscription.
Right.
And so I didn't buy the subscription, and our free trial ended, and it erased all the videos that we had starred. Unbelievable.
I thought that happened after that. All right. Well, whatever.
Unbelievable.
But
there was some great video. There is so much shit going on down there all day and
all
night.
All night, all day. It's crazy. So, a few days ago, 2 days ago, Sean and I are just being regular throughout our day, and he checks the Ring at 4:08 p.m.
Well, I missed
broad
it.
Daylight.
The notification went off. I just didn't, for some reason, I didn't check it.
But then you checked it, and at 4:08, so it's probably like now 4:15 when we check it.
Yeah.
And there's this guy just balls out. I don't mean for real. I just mean the fact that he does it during the day with a huge gas tank.
Big old red gas can.
And then the pipe to pull it, the pipe to suck on and put it in a gas tank.
Yeah. And
he's in our parking lot.
Yeah,
in our driveways.
Broad daylight, this kid.
Broad daylight. And we're so mad because we literally have the whole place down.
Yeah.
But
specifically for these things, because I can go over what are you doing? This is Agent Doty. Step away from the car.
Or, I mean, I would have loved to just walk down there and stare at him doing it and record it.
Well, you never know if these fuckers have guns.
I know.
They'll shoot you for a fucking nickel.
Yeah. But,
a nickel.
One of the people here have a huge van, and unfortunately, he went behind the van, so we don't know which car got it, but one of them got it. But yeah, like, it's just
broad daylight, and I guess
blatant criminality, like, and nothing can happen.
Having a criminal mind myself, I guess I would be like, I'm gonna do it in the daylight, because who's gonna drive by and be like, this guy's fucking doing something shady in broad daylight?
I mean, we knew they were doing something shady.
Like, when the sun goes down, obviously that's
and
obviously when shady shit happens.
Right.
But Insidious kind of changed the game up on that. The horror movie Insidious, when they were doing that daylight horror scene, when that monster was dancing around in broad daylight, complete game changer. And I think criminals saw that movie and they're like, I'm gonna be that monster dancing in the daylight,
I don't
think
it had
crimes.
Anything to do with the movie. I think what it has to do with is that, and this happened to us in real time many times, where we're seeing something in action and we have nothing we can do. We're like, do we go down there? No, because we're not going to sacrifice ourselves for some material good. Who cares?
Right.
And then we're like, do we call the cops? They're literally not going to come unless it's $100,000 worth of damage, or you're probably in like the Palisades or Beverly Hills or something. And then what other options are there, like, to bring weapons? I mean, you're literally stuck in LA because nobody will come to your rescue.
Yeah.
You have zero protection as a citizen who obeys the law and pays your taxes. No one's coming for you.
That's what they want. They want you to
Yeah.
move here with all starry-eyed. I'm gonna make it, and then you're broke the rest of your life that you live here, and you can't leave.
We're the least on their list.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
What was that?
That sounded like our car.
Hold on a second.
1 second,
Speaking
guys.
of the devil, you see, there's just so much crime. You never know. You hear a car horn go off, you think it's our car alarm. Oh my God!
But you cannot, like you can't train the city to be a certain way and then pretend it's not. In other words, the criminals know no one's coming to get them. The cops aren't coming. If they do get caught, they're going to be immediately let go.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not even arrested on the scene. They're just like, go. So like,
So it's
no
a shitty
consequence.
system. It's a shitty system. But let's veer back to our camera.
Oh, right.
I don't know if we told the story already, and I'm going to tell it again because it's sad, but it's funny at the same time. There's a dude in our complex who is just all hours of the night going down there smoking cigarettes. He sets our camera off all the time. Whatever, it is what it is. He likes to drink and smoke. His eyes are yellow and pussy, and he's tiny, and
Okay.
it's sad.
Yeah.
But so one night he's going down there. It's like probably 2 a.m, and so
Wait, before you tell the story, I want to give some setup of like what kind of guy he is.
okay. I
So,
mean, that's
like-
what I just did with the pussy eyes.
Well,
and the-
that's just looks. All right, so here's an example of something he would do. So just recently, Sean and I and a neighbor that we talk to all the time were downstairs talking in the garage.
talking about the gas can guy.
Yeah, actually. And he came and he walks by with such like purpose and vigor. But
He
like,
walks so head down
he has,
fast
I don't know what his purpose is. To be honest, I'm not being mean. It's just like,
just to go get more alcohol
it's
and
just to go
cigarettes.
get more, right. And so we were standing there and we're talking, and he wasn't in the conversation. He came from his apartment. He walks all the way around just like, gah, 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 gah. He stops at us. He looks at us, and he's like shaking his head as if he knows what we're talking about. And then when someone walks up, you feel like you got to kind of give a synopsis
Yeah.
so they know where we're at. So, and by the way, like 4 seconds went by because we weren't going to. We thought he was going to, we thought the way he was walking, he would walk right past us and go
Well,
do
he
whatever.
did walk to his car, and then he like, yeah. And then as he passed us, he got to the car, and then he slowly came
like
back
he didn't
to
go
us.
all the way to because to me it felt like he was always there.
No, he did.
Oh, okay. I don't pay attention to him that much.
He did.
But anyway, so it got uncomfortable. So I remember like turning and saying a little synopsis of what we're talking about. I was like, hey, there's a gas guy. He came trying
Gas
to tell.
thief.
Like, yeah, right. He's got a hose and all that. And he just makes a face and he's like, I gotta go to work.
He's like, oh, really? I gotta go to work.
Right. And then
It's
he
like, wait a
stomps
minute.
off.
Wait a
And
minute.
we
You
all
just
look
came
at
up to
each other.
us.
Right. We all look at each other like, wait, what just happened? Like,
Oh man, his eyes are all pussy and
I was
yellow,
like,
and
okay.
man, I hope he gets help.
So anyways, that's this guy. Now go ahead.
So that's this little guy, and he's a bad boy. The way he smokes his cigarette, he fucking like Andrew Dice Clay flings his arm out.
Yeah, before he inhales.
Takes
Yeah.
a little,
He's really throwing that tennis elbow.
and he's going down there to smoke a cigarette. And it's funny. I might have told it, but I don't care. I found this clip because we had just set the cameras up, and a buddy at work, I was like, dude, check it out. We got these cameras set up, man, yada, yada. So I'm showing him. I scroll through random, like, look, right here, 2:30 at night, people are walking around. No idea what I'm about to show this guy. This is the first time I'm seeing it. And our buddy, our guy that lives here is going down to smoke, and then you hear in the distance, "Roo, roo, roo, roo," and then these dogs come around the dumpster right at him, and he's like, he lets out
Scottish Terriers.
He lets out the most blood-curdling fucking scream you ever had.
But it was
you ever
like,
heard.
it was revved up. It was like, whoa.
He was
Don't
like,
forget that
he was
part.
like, "Whoa,
yeah. It was,
fucking dogs," and then he says,
yeah.
"Fucking
And
dogs."
then he goes to kick them, and then they ran.
And then we have the camera on the front too, so you see him stomp out the front instead of going out the back. And sure enough, there's this trash digger across the way digging through trash, and their dogs are
On
just
a
not
bike.
on leashes. They're just fucking running around.
And she was probably 3 feet away from him.
Yeah.
She was in the dumpster on a bike, and it was so close to him.
I wish I had the clip, you
and
guys.
she didn't even turn around. She did not care. She was just like, "Yep, my dogs are probably attacking somebody, and I don't care."
She didn't stop. You see
No,
the
no
light because she's
flinch.
wearing a little headlamp. You could see her. She looks over, and then right back down into the trash. You hear the guy like,
Oh, I didn't see that
"Oh my
even
God!"
looking.
They did,
Oh.
and he screamed. And
I only saw it once, just so you know. Sean saw it about 150
I think I watched it 150 to 1160 times.
Every time
I
he'd
saw
go
it
to
was
the toilet, I would just hear him going,
I showed it to the guy, and I looked at my butt. I was like, "Holy shit! I had no idea this is what happened." And he looked at me. He's like, "Oh my God!" And we both were laughing. I think he watched it. We watched it again 2 or 3 times right then and there. Cut to a couple weeks later. Looks like mommy's doing little meth heads laundry today.
Yeah.
Cut to a couple weeks later. There's I think it's the same, obviously the same lady.
Yeah.
She's got a little baby crib carriage thing, and there's a dog in it, and then there's 2 other dogs. So she has 3 fucking dogs, this homeless lady, and she's digging through our trash. So I'm watching her. I'm watching, and our neighbor comes down to enjoy his nightly cigarette, another one of 50 that he will have that night. And sure enough, the dogs, they go at him, and he's like, "Oh, God." And then he got attacked by the dogs again. They don't touch him. The dogs never touch him. They're tiny dogs. So he has to, like, maneuver under our storage units and between our cars and the walls to go enjoy a cigarette. I mean, he did that to make a point, which was weird. He could have just went out the front like he did last time to smoke. But he's just sitting, and then you see him, he's like, "Jesus Christ." He's staring, and the lady just looks over at him. And so we have a little microphone on our camera. So then I chime in, and I go like, "This is private property. Leave our apartment now." And she's looking up. She's like, "Oh, fuck you."
Yeah, just bitter.
"This is private property. Leave now." So I say that like in my Agent Doty voice a couple times. She's like, "Fuck you. Give me some money."
Yeah, give me some
Oh,
money.
the entitlement. And then
Like,
she took her time. So, I could have gone down there, but what's that going to do?
yeah.
She's just going to probably fuck you,
and
spit at
she
me.
comes every day.
She's going to spit at me or attack me, and I
Right.
can't do shit. I go to jail if
Right.
I fucking
We
try to
already
get
saw
her
that
off.
happen. Yep.
So that's just the poor guy. Fucking dogs.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys, easily in his late 50s. Or maybe not. Maybe he's like in his 20s, and he just looks like.
He is definitely not in his 20s.
I know. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Alcohol
boy.
will do that to you.
It will. And smoking and.
Do we get any other good footage? I feel like we have.
We have a farting neighbor.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that. We got more farts.
We got more though.
Oh,
That's
maybe
why
I could find one of those.
I wanted to make a compilation of all the farts,
Yeah.
all the funny, like weird things, and then all the criminals. Like, we had 2 guys looking in our car.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we lost our mind. We're like, what are they
Yeah,
doing? And he's
yeah.
like, Sean was like, maybe he's checking out his face. I was like, he is checking out what's in our car. So then we had to go downstairs because we weren't able to see our car in full. Like, we couldn't see the little right corner.
Hold on. That's the door.
Oh.
Here it comes. Nope. Oh, that was
I
it.
told you. I made
That
the
was
noise.
the fart.
Yeah, that was disgusting. I went, ugh.
No, this is it. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Do you hear that
sounds,
thing?
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like somebody moving a metal chair against a wooden floor.
Like,
Yeah.
That was our neighbor's fart, guys.
And just so you know, he lifted one leg and shook it.
He did. He did a
Yeah.
little shake, and he smiles. He gives himself a little.
It's
Well-
almost like his balls were what's that called? Like shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt real good for him.
That was the fart.
And then he also, after he farts, he stops. Like,
Yeah.
it's like he thinks about it a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. So I think he kind of gets like a little whiff, and then he kind of
Oh, God.
chuckles.
Yeah.
And then he just, wow.
Interesting,
We are
right?
surrounded by beauty.
Yeah.
What a beautiful world.
Sean gets crazy, though, because one of the neighbors that smokes, he'll smoke by our car sometimes. Not always, but sometimes.
What's the guy that got scared by the dog?
Yeah. And we'll walk down there and there'll be a cigarette butt or something.
He puts them out right by our car.
Right by where you get in the car. Like,
so if I don't see him or you don't see him, you're stepping on that butt and you're bringing it into the car.
Yeah.
And not only that, when he ashes, it flies all over our car.
Yeah, and he ashes, like we said, like Andrew Dice Clay.
I think he's jealous. I think he hates how clean I keep the car.
Right.
I really do. Because he's asked me about, oh, man, it's always so clean.
It's like apartment living instead of house living. Like in a house, you're always looking at the other guy's grass.
Yeah.
But in an apartment, you're like, we don't do our own gardening, so look at the car.
Yeah, I keep that car real nice and clean.
You know, honey, I have had so many people tell me how nice. Obviously, they think I keep it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, my husband, he's like, really loves to do it.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, that's cool. I'm like, I grew up that way.
Yeah.
Like my brother and my dad took all the cars, washed all the cars, detailed them. Like it's a thing in the Midwest.
The older I get, the more I care.
Good.
I mean, back in the day, my first car was a Saturn.
What do you mean, just about cars or in general?
Everything, stuff. Stuff that matters. Like I care.
Sometimes. Because then you get angry and you'll just throw something across the room and break 3 things and you're like, I don't know why this is broken when I try and use it.
I need you to clarify right now that you just made that up.
That is not. Oh, my God. You
tell me right now what I've thrown across the room and broken.
My mat.
What?
My mat.
What mat?
The mat I stretch on.
Oh, my God.
You did.
So she's got this fluffy little mat.
Look at him, though. He just told me to come up with one. I literally came up with one that happened yesterday.
I didn't throw it. It was in the middle of the floor, so I kicked it to the side. It broke.
Okay,
nothing
so same
broke.
thing. You
literally
kicked it.
Nothing broke.
Oh, but stuff fell over.
Nothing
and normally
fell over.
it does.
God, you take it back.
It hit the
You
shelf.
take it back. Nothing fell over. Nothing fell over.
Yes, it did.
That is a lie.
No, it made noises.
Okay, it made noises, but nothing fell over.
Well, I don't know, but it made a
I do,
jostling of
because I
items.
picked the mat up after that and I put it away.
Well, all I'm saying is no other people do that except very angry, out of control people.
Oh, I don't believe it. Come on now, nuts.
Oh,
Hear me out
we'll
now.
do a poll on
Is
this
there
one.
ever a time, Nuts, where you're trying to get a shirt out of the closet and it's like, for some reason, the hanger is like wrapped around the hanger really weird? I can't get the fucking shirt out. And all it takes is 2 seconds of, untangling it.
Is not being aggressive.
Or taking the whole hanger out. But you just want to get it fucking out there, then and there, and you fucking yank on it. Man, I pulled it out before, and I pulled that hanger out, and I'll break that hanger.
You break hangers.
I'll break that hanger if I don't get my shit off it.
And then guess what? He'll break a hanger or two, and he'll throw them away. And then 2 days later for laundry day, he's like, who took all my hangers?
That was loud.
I know. Who took all? I'm being you. Who took all my hangers? You're stealing my hangers.
Okay, first of all.
And then he'll go through my closet looking for hangers.
First of all, my voice is much deeper than that.
Not
I would
when
say,
you're angry.
where's all my hangers
No.
at? That's what I would say.
No, you don't.
Who took my hangers?
No.
And so that'll happen. I do not throw things across the room and break. You're making
You've
me
thrown
sound
a
like I'm a
book
crazy like
before.
drunk husband or some shit
I don't
like
say
that.
you're drunk. You're doing it perfectly sober.
Totally
You're doing it
sober.
all of sound mind. And by the way, he's doing it. He's never doing it like if we're in a fight or something, because we really don't fight like that. But like, it's always a fight within himself.
It's just with
It's
me.
always something where he is.
She'll be out front doing her thing, and she'll probably hear a bunch of noise, and it's me
and I'll be
wrestling
like,
up.
I run
fucking
in like,
hanger.
are you okay? And he's just like, yeah, I'm fine. This thing won't come off the hanger.
Sometimes there's so many dishes I get mad, and I'll take the forks like, and
Yeah.
I'll fucking toss them in.
Oh, you're doing dishes stuff like that all the time. Like you just did it with the glass, or he'll bang on. What did you just did when we were starting the podcast?
What are you talking about?
Out
With front. I was
you were
up.
banging the table.
You'll stop, and I'll tell you
Oh,
what I
God.
did. You'll stop right now. I
That's
was
gross.
uploading our new single, Haunted Air's new single, Lighthouse, which you should go listen to. I was uploading it to SoundCloud and to Bandcamp. And we have a little table that tucks under the couch so we could have a table over the couch to put our drinks or whatever on. And I'm doing it, and I hit my elbow on the corner of it, and it hurt. It hurt me. So I look at the table, and I give it a fucking smash,
very
babe.
loud.
You're going to hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Whether
That
you're an
was loud.
inanimate object or not, especially if you're an inanimate object. You hit me, man, if I try to take a jacket out of our tight little closet and I hit my elbow on that, I hit the fucking door way.
So I have a question
Hit the
because
door jam.
you're not only beautifully being accountable, But you yelled at me several times telling it's not true.
Because
and then
you
you
said-
gave reasons.
You said I throw things across
Sometimes
the
you do.
room and break things.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to
No,
break
no,
this
no,
down.
No.
So
I'm gonna.
do you
No.
sometimes throw things?
I
Yes.
want you to stop.
Do you sometimes
You
break
look
things?
at me. Look at me.
Yes.
Look at me. Look at me.
I
What you're insinuating
Honey,
is that
I win. In court, I
What
won.
you're insinuating is that I take an object, I throw it across the room, which in turn the object I've thrown starts to break things that I'm hitting with the object that I've thrown.
You know what I'm
That's what
hearing?
you're
I'm hearing
insinuating.
your guilt kind of Milky Way through
Oh,
this
don't.
and create something. What I said was you pick things up and you break things. You do. I didn't say like he picks things up and throws the thing that he has in his hand and he breaks something.
Oh, look at you. Look at you
I'm
go.
just saying,
Look
like
at
in a
you.
court of law, I win.
Just like the real look at
And
you.
by the way, you're the easiest person to debate against because I simply put the premise out, which
No.
was a fact.
Yes,
not
I
only-
do break
Not
things.
only did you say, "Oh, I did that time," but then you take over the story and you further reiterate how you pick things up and you break
No,
things.
because what you were insinuating is totally different. I do pick things up, like everybody that has arms that pick things in hands.
I'm talking
Everybody
about
picks things up, honey. Okay, boom. You lost in court. Second here,
not
I do
losing,
break
already
things,
win.
and those things
You
tend
just
to.
helped me again. You realize by saying everyone picks something up that includes you, and you're just further helping the case.
Things that I do break.
Thank you.
Plastic hangers.
Okay, the things
Plastic
that
hangers.
I do break.
I break plastic hangers.
Hold on. And the things that I do break.
You're saying I throw plastic hangers across the
I
room
did
and break a
not say
bunch
that.
of stuff?
I didn't.
No.
Nuts did I put those words together? No.
I do.
This is just your
It's been a while.
subconscious creeping out.
It's been a while since I broke a plastic hanger, though. I'm pretty proud of myself.
No, but you broke other stuff.
My anger has been pretty under control lately. Since I started able to breathe through my nose.
You realize that it was about an hour ago that you banged on the table twice because of
Oh, that was nothing. That's because it hit me. It hit me in the elbow.
Oh, God.
Hit me and I'll hit you back.
Right.
Especially if you're an inanimate object.
And I hit you back.
Damn it, I was going to say something else about the cameras, and then we got completely sidetracked. Gosh.
Is it our cat watcher?
Darn it. Yeah,
Is
we
it
do
on
have
the
one
back?
set up for the cat. Well, we did have another. I did buy an additional camera to set up for the indoors. I think we talked about it for the cats, which is now in our bedroom window looking at our courtyard so we could see our meth head neighbor's every move.
Because he has, listen to what we found out. He jumped the fence and cut all of our neighbors' sunflower
Yeah.
plants
So
at the flower part.
he cut
He
the heads
just-
off.
He cut the heads off about 20 beautiful sunflowers and then hopped back over. Like, what is
And then he hit on
happening?
her.
And then he hit on her and told her she's the most beautiful woman he's ever seen.
Total manipulative drug addict
Yeah.
looking for any love and attention and money that he could get.
Yeah. He probably sold those sunflowers to somebody.
I don't know. Probably gave him to his daughter,
Yeah.
which I guess is kind of sweet, but yeah, that's good.
That is good.
That's a good note to end on, I guess.
I think so.
Me being accountable yet again. I feel like
I mean, I feel like you're struggling to actually be like you.
It's not true.
It's like you stumbled into accountability, and then when you heard you lost an argument, you were like, "No, I never said that. That's not right."
I feel like
I
we should
win.
name the podcast instead of Akon accountability. Sean accountability. Sean being accountable every single time.
Honey, that
Oh,
was like pulling teeth here.
It really wasn't. You just got proven wrong. That's all. I proved you wrong.
Wow.
You can't win them all, baby.
Someone of such tiny mind.
Can't win them all, my baby.
Exactly. You need to keep telling yourself that.
So now we're going to go and we're going to just lounge and we're going to veg out. And we hope you enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. I'm going to take care of my wife in her time of need, it being that time of the month. Make sure she takes her iron pills.
Iron.
I call them iron.
So, yeah, I mean, it's very Midwest, babe.
Make sure
Iron.
she takes her iron pills. We have two kinds. We have like iron pills and then we have beef liver pills.
Yeah, straight up liver. I'm taking.
Natural iron. Took a couple steaks out the freezer. Going to eat that for dinner tonight,
go.
friends. Let's go. We're living our best life, essentially. We're heading out to Arizona this week. So
We're going to have some stories about that.
we'll let you know how that goes. Hanging out with Mom for a few days in the 55 and over community of Surprise, Arizona. It's a blast out there. It's about a 5-6 hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope.
Beautiful. We got pickleball. Last time we played pickleball, ping pong, went to eat, had the New Year's Eve ball.
Yeah.
We
We
did
played some
so
ping
much.
pong. You got annihilated in ping pong.
No, I absolutely, again, I can't.
Granted, you're a woman, I'm a man, but I fucking wiped the floor with your ass in the ping. And I filmed it, so I got it all on
Yeah,
film
good.
whenever
I'm
you
glad
want to
you got
deny
on
it.
film.
Whenever you want to deny
By
the
the
truth.
way, he got about 2 points on film.
I let her get a couple points.
Wow.
She did return them, though. It was
So
surprisingly,
what
very
happened to the
surprisingly.
accountability?
Surprisingly, you're pretty good,
podcast?
hon. You're pretty good. And I said that to her throughout the whole game. I was like,
Like a little.
I was
I
like,
want to call you
wow.
a C word.
wow, you're pretty good at this, babe.
Oh,
Dang.
man, so gross.
But then I would knock your ass out.
So gross.
Because I am the ping pong master. Plain and simple, baby. You are
Hater.
good, though. I'll give you that.
I'm very good. And by the way, I haven't played in 10 plus years.
Okay.
And that was my first day back.
Okay.
So
Sounds
hold
good.
your, and my paddle was broken.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
So maybe we'll put something up on Instagram.
No, we won't. We don't do that anymore. All right,
Because I
Nuts.
crush him.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us. And until next time.
Stay nutty, everybody.
Bye for now.
Kisses.
Kisses. Bethany
Bethany
and Sean.
and John.
We are a couple of nuts. Talk